I can't believe you found coffee.
Sugar, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. 3. You like 3.
How many times have we been here? How many times?
Welcome to What the Flick, everybody. The gang is all here. Ben Mankiewicz, Christy, Lemire, Matt Atchity, Alonso, Duralde. A lot of movies to talk about this week. Tom Cruise, movie star, Jesus.
He's 52.
He's 52.
Did you say Tom Cruise, movie star Jesus?
Yeah, I did.
Denture wearer.
And what's interesting is that have fun with deciding where to put the punctuation there.
Yes.
That's right. Or maybe none. Okay, so Edge of Tomorrow, Matt.
Yes, Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is a sci-fi film. Edge of Tomorrow is a sci-fi film with Tom Cruise. Edge of Tomorrow is a sci-fi film with Tom Cruise stuck in a time loop. Edge of Tomorrow is a sci-fi film with Tom Cruise stuck in a time loop fighting aliens. Let's watch the trailer.
I die within 5 minutes of landing on that beach, along with every other soldier.
Come find me when you wake up.
You do know what's happening to me.
What happened to you happened to me. You hijacked their power.
How do I control it?
You have to die. Again. Your leg's broken.
No, I'm good.
Then you better start over.
Oh, come on.
Now let's watch the trailer again.
Exactly.
This is a blast.
Yeah. This
Literally,
is,
figuratively, it's really fun. It's Groundhog Day. It's like a violent Groundhog Day.
It is. I mean, it's funny. A lot of times I'll complain about movies that are too much like other movies, but what it all boils down to is, are you doing something fun with the idea you have stolen? And this movie does. You know, it's Groundhog Day, and it's Starship Troopers, and it's Source Code, and it's the Butterfly Effect, and it's about 3 or 4 other things. But it's Doug Liman, and it's Tom Cruise, and it's Emily Blunt, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I feel like there is a crazy amount of Tom Cruise backlash going on.
Well, hasn't there always been, like, for the past decade or so?
I guess, but
for this?
In
general.
In general. I mean, just because I feel like when I told people to go see Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, they believed me. And when I tell people to see this, to a person almost, everybody I know is like, oh, Tom Cruise. Like they feel so burned out, or they feel like they've seen him in this movie because it is kind of like Oblivion too.
Well, but if all you do is see the trailer, yeah, you don't know. The fun in this movie does not come across. There's no way it could particularly come. Well, I guess it could, but
the hook of it is not obvious.
The hook of it is not obvious, and why it's cool. And of course, there could have been other people who could have been in this movie, and Matt Damon, I'm sure, would have succeeded in this role. But there is something about Tom Cruise. I've said it now. I'm repeating myself.
He's a movie star.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes a difference. It does. And in the beginning, early scenes, you mentioned that he's 52, and through the first 10 minutes or so, I thought his hair looks funny. He's too old to do this kind of role. He's starting to look a little old, or look a little not so much old, but look a little old to be playing a guy who's clearly supposed to be 32, right?
But the fact that he's older gives him some poignancy.
Right. Then
some sadness to it.
Because you don't know where the movie's going. That's what I'm saying. So in those first 10 minutes, then sort of when you see what it does with who he is and how old he is, and then you start realizing, okay, he's not 32, he's probably 39, maybe 40. And then it starts working, and then it was okay.
But also, despite his age, it's a very quintessentially Tom Cruise role in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In that he has all the answers, right? He's cocky, he's fast-talking, but
callow jerk who learns.
And he gets broken down, and he has his comeuppance, and he has to rebuild himself with actual substance, with actually a purity of a mission.
He rides a motorcycle with a
He rides a motorcycle. At that.
Yeah.
Which I guess is in his contract that he gets to do that.
And he gets to run, the open hands are running that I'm so fond of. And there's a formula for him, but it works.
It does work. It does work. We've talked in the last few weeks about people doing their job very well. Tom Cruise does his job very well.
Yes, he does.
Right? Now, maybe people are getting a little bit bored that he's been doing the same type of movie for a while. Yeah. There's that great Amy Nicholson piece that was in the LA Weekly that talks about going into kind of why he's making safe choices. And it's unfortunate that we're kind of at that point in his career where he's playing it safe, but this is a very well executed movie. It's very exciting. I think it plays with what it's doing really well. I mean, when I first heard about this, I thought, God, it's like watching somebody play Contra. And the old NES game, right? And like, you get to a certain point, you get killed, and you got to respawn back in the beginning, and you can play through the whole game, and you get killed, you got to restart. But they make it fun.
I was reminded even before that of those really early computer games where you had to enter, you know, what the text of what it is we were going to do, like the Hitchhiker's Guide.
Exactly.
You know, you literally have to remember all those steps that you have to do to get to the point. And the movie is clever about conveying that, and then realizing that we get it, and then not, you know, beating us over the head with it. You know?
Big spaces,
Yeah,
but it's funny every time.
It's funny, and Lyman is really good at making that work. Like, because to me, it was like literally, how many times are we going to have to see this again? Not like I was aggravated. I was just literally curious, like what happened, how much, and then he just moves it each step, and you get it each time, and there's no effect, there's no dissolve, there's no anything. It's just cut, and you realize, oh, now we're at this point. Oh, now we're at this point.
It's edited really beautifully.
And you know instinctively all the other things happened before that. He just saved us having to watch it.
Go ahead.
And Cruise makes it fun. You know, that he's kind of in a lot of places delivering the same lines, and whereas other people might not be able to make that fresh, like there's that sense that he knows it, and he's like a little impatient. He's like, yeah, you're going to say this. Come on, let's go. There's that sense of,
can we get on with this?
Right, which is really fun, and he sells that really well.
You know, it's funny because Christy said that the thing about Tom Cruise is he's a big know-it-all, and here's a situation where he does know it all, right? And so it's perfect for Tom Cruise and for
because he starts out being sort of, you know, what he would call smug and glib, and then eventually gets to be the Tom Cruise know-it-all. The arc kind of reminded me of those World War II movies about the sort of callow jerk who winds up in the army and then sort of learns about sacrifice and and he conveys it really well. I want to say something about Emily Blunt real quick. Yeah. I think people are thinking, why is Emily Blunt playing a super soldier? But the way that the plot works out in this movie, it makes perfect sense.
She's a badass.
And it's smarter casting to have somebody like Emily Blunt than to have Michelle Rodriguez.
She does a lot of yoga in this movie.
She does.
We see her doing like her vinyasa every time, her perfect little up dog. But yeah, and she would
Is it a lot of yoga or a lot of seeing the same yoga?
It's just vinyasa.
We keep going back to.
It's just one sequence of stuff. But she would seem too young for any potential romance that would occur, and I'm happy that they dialed that back.
Yeah.
The potential for that, they dialed it back. It's also a really fucking violent movie. It's a really violent PG-13 in that Tom Cruise gets shot in the head like over and over and over again. You don't see blood. You don't actually even see the bullet discharge, but there is the intimation that he's
And that's a selling point for people who don't like Tom Cruise. Watch him die
shot
a
in the head a
lot.
lot. And the creatures are frightening. The evil giant calamari are frightening.
I hate PG-13. I think it's created a lot of bad movies, and it's a safe place. We talked about Tom Cruise making safe choices. Although, let me just say quickly, making safe choices, but they're surprisingly good.
In this case, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and recently they've been okay. I mean,
they've been
4 of the last 6 have been okay, you know, or off the top of my head. But I didn't realize it was PG-13. I didn't even think about what it was rated, you know. And as I'm looking back, it's clearly not R-rated. There's some grossness and there's some blood, but there's not a ton of it.
There's blue monster blood.
There's blue monster blood, and there's some human blood, but in a acceptable way.
But for what's basically a Normandy invasion in this movie, it's surprisingly bloodless.
Oh, by the way, that's what it was. I was trying to think of it. It is. It's a rare movie that it's Groundhog Day meets Saving Private Ryan, which you didn't think could be done. So I think we all loved this.
My one quibble, I feel like there's a bit of a cop-out at the end.
Yeah, that's
and that's all I'll say.
I agree with you.
I don't even know. I think so, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I understand the ending.
Right, I'm not sure.
Okay.
So, but nonetheless, it was too much fun for even if it was a terrible ending, which I don't know that it was, it didn't spoil it.
So what's your number?
8.2.
My number's an 8.2.
My number's an 8.2.
My number is an 8.2.
My number is an 8.2.
My number's an 8.2.
Try again. All right, so
What's the average?
Our average is 8.2. It's a 90% on the tomato meter. So
Yes.
go see
Certified
a really
fresh.
great Tom Cruise movie.